It's time for a supercharged old shanty snow hunt. Say that 5 times fast.
Yep, there he is.
He's behind the tree for me, hold on.
Yeah.
Yes. Shoot.
Yep. What's the oldest, most unique set that you've ever sat while hunting whitetails? I'm Matt Drury, and on this edition of DoD TV, we're gonna leave the tree stands at home. This time, we're reliving the early days of hunting, and we're climbing into a handmade set. This edition of DoD TV is brought to you by Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. DoD team members JJ Kolesar and Kyle Lamore are headed to hunt the opening weekend of the Illinois shotgun season. After stumbling upon an old wooden shack that's been there for years, they decided to climb on up and see if any shooters walk on by. Anytime you see one of those old timer sets in a tree like that, you know you're in the right deer killing spot.
Well, Illinois shotgun season is here, and sure enough, we're loading up the truck, and Kyle and I are headed up north. We've had a lot of success there. Kyle shot a huge 170-inch deer a few years back. I shot a 130-inch about 2 years ago. Last year, we weren't able to get up there as much, so we were really looking forward to getting up to Joel's this year with Illinois Extreme. Being that we are with an outfitter, sometimes things get a little difficult. Well, in this case, we had to make a split decision. Instead of hanging a normal tree stand, we had to go against the grain a little bit. There was an old shanty there, and by old shanty, I mean an old shanty. It was pretty well put together because some old farmers built it, but you know what? It was gonna serve the purpose. We're gonna hunt that shanty the next morning. So we inspected it and prepared it, and when that front passed, that's what we were gonna do.
We're at Illinois Extreme Whitetails in Brown County with Joe Barthel. We are sitting in an old shooter shack. That's what we call it, the old shanty. Love it up here. Just gorgeous timber. I mean, you can do a couple pans of the woods and you'll see why there's so many deer up here. The southern facing hills now got sunlight, which is exactly what we wanted. We think these deer are gonna come off these cornfields and their staging areas and come back in bed on this south facing hill. So our wind's in our face, thinking they're gonna be out in front of us. That's the plan anyway. Fingers crossed. It is about 2.5 hours in, and we have not seen a deer. That's not exactly what we had in mind for this morning. It is a gorgeous morning, and it's the time, prime time in our opinion.
I like your rolly chair though. That's pretty sharp.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. This is like a machine gunner. You can just all one movement. You hear that? You don't hear anything. You see that? You don't hear anything. Just practice like this.
Needless to say, I was losing faith and losing focus, and about that time, we had some does roll into our area.
4 does. There's 4 does.
Well, sure enough, it was doe after doe. We ended up seeing 4 does, and the last one had this big boy with her.
That last doe, hey, that's a shooter, dude.
Is it?
Yes. Here comes the doe. In the creek. That big deer's in the creek, Kyle.
She crossed right at 40 yards, but wouldn't you know it, this buck wouldn't do that. He went down in the creek actually about 80 yards away, and we totally lost sight of him.
He did not follow those does. Those does were like 40-yard chip shot. Of course, that's not how it would go. We think he's about 80 yards in this creek. Yep, there he is.
Needless to say, I thought the hunt had started and was over in a matter of about 30 seconds, but he popped up out of that creek looking for that doe, and he was 80 yards away.
He's behind the tree for
Yep.
Yes. Shoot him.
Yep. Yep.
He's snow plowing, baby. He's snow plowing.
Yes. I tell you what, we are at Illinois Extreme Whitetails, baby. We got in here this morning, saw 0 deer in the first 2 hours. The sun started shining on the southern hillside here, and that was all it took. I think he's down right over here.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he is.
We know he's right here across the creek. 80, 90 yards, so let's go see what we got.
It was fast and it was furious, but at about 80 yards, I put him down with the Winchester, and the rest is history.
Boom, baby, boom.
Heavy hitter.
Nice.
Heavy hitter.
Yes.
Let's get a tag on it first.
Yep.
Head tag going on.
What a sweet, sweet feeling. Well, November 22nd, Illinois Extreme Whitetails with Joe Barthel, baby. Sunday morning, a beautiful morning, calm, crisp, and there was snow on the ground we could see for miles. Here is the bedding hill. It's the south side facing hill. The deer like to bed on it, and we knew they would eventually work their way back, and it could be later in the day. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Does filtered through, and they brought him with them. And I can't be happier to be sitting behind this animal. Thanks, Joe Barthel, Tony Joe, Judson, all you guys that help out. Just really glad to be here and be able to share our gun seasons up here. So there you go, baby.
Looks like those old farmers were really on to something when they built that old shack. Let us know in the comments below the most unique, coolest spot that you've ever sat in. And don't forget, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get all the latest DoD TV updates. I'm Matt Drury, and until next time, safe hunting. This edition of DoD TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature.